Hello, this is Dedrick Martin, Superintendent for Caledonia Community Schools, with another video update with coronavirus and our school district. First, I want to start out by addressing the recent order from Governor Whitmer earlier this week to stay home and stay safe. This shelter-in-place requirement is for all Michiganders, and essentially it asks that if you are not an essential business, employee, or organization, to please shelter in place and stay at home so that we can reduce the potential spread of COVID-19. For our school district, this means that only the superintendent, CFO, and some business staff members, as well as custodial maintenance, some of our tech department members, and food service will come in on an as-needed limited basis to make sure the very basic and essentials of our organization continues as needed. Next, I want to look at the executive order as it relates to instruction, academic, and social emotional supports. As of March 26, and today we are currently in our 10th day of mandated school closure. And based on the order, we do not expect schools to reopen until at least April 14th at the earliest, with the potential that this could be extended further. We don't know if the instructional days will be forgiven or if these days will have to be attached to the end of the school year, but we hope to get some clarity in the upcoming weeks. And when we get that clarity, we will share that out with our entire school community. Additionally, I want to speak to enrichment opportunities in a broader sense and start out by saying for our staff members, starting yesterday, you should have received an email that you can expect to get once a week with some Wellness Wednesday tips to stay emotionally as well as physically healthy while we are being mandated to stay away from schools. I also want to say a special thank you to all teachers, and in particular, a shout out to Kettle Lake teacher Laura Whitvote, who went on Facebook Live yesterday to engage about 46 kindergarten students in musical fun. This is just one of the many examples of how our teachers are going above and beyond to try to provide enrichment opportunities for our families, while also, in many cases, trying to educate their own kids at home and deal with their own personal family concerns and issues. Next, I also want to say to all of our staff as well as our parents that during the week of spring break, we are not expecting our teachers to provide enrichment activities and updates. We want our teachers to take time to focus on their own health and wellness and spending time with their family. And we encourage that for everyone. So let's do as we already planned to take some time to enjoy life in general and time with our loved ones during the normal spring break week. And regardless, whenever school does come in, we will continue to provide enrichment activities and updates, but no grades will be taken on these enrichment activities. We recognize that while many of our kids do have access and opportunities to engage in things at home, in some cases, there is not enough resources for some of our students in terms of having access to high-speed internet or the devices necessary to keep up. And so we're not mandating any of these enrichment activities, but really offering it as an opportunity for families and students to stay mentally sharp. I want to also commend our food service department. To date, we have served thousands of students and families, and we will continue to serve, but we will be modifying the dates to Mondays and Thursdays only between 11 and 1 o'clock. There are other community resources, and as we find those out, we'll probably add some information on our website on other places that are also providing meals. And we will continue to provide meals through the week of spring break. Remember, if you need meals for your students, just please come up to the back of Duncan Lake Middle School, and they will be passing out meals through the drive-through line. We just ask that you identify who you are and the kids that will be served, because we are are required to turn this information into the state of Michigan. Hopefully, you are already aware, based on my last communication, that the Michigan Department of Education has already received the federal waiver to forego the normal state assessments. This includes M-STEP, SAT, and PSAT. If you are a high school student in an AP course, you are able to take the AP test. Information regarding AP testing has already been sent out by the high school. If you have any questions, you may want to send an email to your teacher or contact the high school administration. Furthermore, we don't anticipate any negative impact to students for not taking the normal state assessments. We are waiting further guidance from the Department of Education, and if anything changes, we'll let you know. I want to speak to the registration, the internal transfer process, and schools of choice. Several weeks ago, we began our first step into an online registration process for kindergarten enrollment, new student registration, as well as interdistrict transfer process. All of these pieces are ongoing, with the interdistrict transfer process ending on April 30th. Because it is an online process, you can simply go to our website and partake in the process of getting your kindergarten student enrolled. If you are going to be a new student in Caledonia Community Schools, you can go through the enrollment process. Or if you are seeking a transfer for the upcoming fall school year. As it relates to the KISD non-resident schools of choice, this application will be made available on April 13th on our website, and the May 15th deadline has been extended indefinitely, and that will be revisited once school resumes by the ISD. And when we have a firm deadline date for the submission of applications, we will communicate that out to everyone via our school website. Monitoring COVID-19 in our school community. We have been in consistent communication with the Kent County Health Department officials, and we'd like to let everyone know a few things. One, you will receive an email information with language that was developed by the Kent County Health Department that lets you know the following. One, the likelihood of kids receiving the coronavirus in the school setting is very low, and particularly low since we have been out of school for the past 10 days. Two, it is very possible and likely that some students, staff members, and family members will contract the COVID-19 virus or already have. Those who have been identified and tested positive by a medical health professional will receive a contact from the Kent County Health Department, and they will receive information on dealing with this virus from the Kent County Health Department. And as a school system, we cannot and will not violate the HIPAA policy privacy rules regarding medical information for students, staff members, or people in general. So it's for these specific reasons that if we do know of students or staff members who are infected by COVID-19, we'll work with the Kent County Health Department for guidance, but we will not be sharing mass communications unless they feel it is appropriate and necessary for us to do so, so that we don't violate HIPAA policy rules. And finally, if you have additional questions or concerns, please use the number identified at the bottom of this page to contact the Kent County Health Department and ask specific questions. Elections. As you already know, we have two proposals on the upcoming May ballot elections. One is the school bond proposal, and the other is the operating millage. Some may be questioning, why are we continuing to move forward in light of COVID-19? I want to make sure that people understand that these proposals were developed and worked on for quite some time prior to finding out about the coronavirus pandemic, and these were approved by the state as well as our Board of Education. We believe that these proposals are essential to our strategic plan, and more importantly, essential and critical for the ongoing education, health, and success of our students, as well as our community moving forward. We ask that everyone please visit our website so that they can learn more about these upcoming proposals, and also we'll continue to send out more information as we get closer to the actual election date. In closing, I want to take an opportunity to thank all of the Caledonia community staff members for doing their part in helping to ensure that our students and our families have enrichment opportunities, that we are providing meals to thousands of students during the time that we're closed, that we're doing our part to make sure that our facilities are clean and well taken care of in the anticipation of our student returns. And next, I'd like to thank the parents for your ongoing support of the Caledonia Community School System. And finally, I want to encourage everyone to remember to do your part to stay safe and stop the spread of coronavirus by paying attention to the social distancing guidelines, to wash your hands, and to do everything you can to stay mentally sharp, physically and emotionally safe, and be prepared to return for the rest of the school year. Thank you and have a great evening.